Hey folks, Rob Port. A little bit of bonus audio here. State Representative Rick Becker caused a little bit of a controversy with a meme he posted to his Facebook page. I was able to get a hold of him and recorded an interview with him and wanted to share it with you folks as well as the audience on the blog. So here it is, his side of the story. Thanks for listening. I'm here with State Representative Rick Becker, who is, I guess, making a few local headlines, and I'm scratching my head a little bit about it. Representative Becker posted an internet meme on his Facebook page that it portrays, I guess, what's supposed to be a prison shower. There is soap laying on the ground titled Free Stuff, a person standing in front of the soap titled Citizen, and a person standing behind that person labeled Government. You can go to his Facebook page, Rick Becker for North Dakota, if you want to see it for yourself. But some are calling this inappropriate, and now it's starting to make headlines. I'm reading here, this is from kxnet.com, local television network. Says North Dakota lawmaker shares controversial Facebook post. Rick, I guess a lot of people upset about this. What do you make of it?
I don't make much about it at all, Rob. It's memes are frequently intended to be funny, and sometimes they're maybe slightly off color. And this is, you described it well. Shows the feet of two people. I don't know about prison, but I mean, regardless, they're in a communal type shower, and people are reading into it what they want. There's people are accusing this of being what do you call it? A proponent or what have you of rape culture and all sorts of rape stuff and human trafficking stuff, and they're just hysterical about it. And another part is accusing of being insensitive to people in need, I guess, is one of the accusations. I mean, what this is looking at is, it says free stuff in quotes, and the idea is that if you think you're getting something free from the government, it doesn't have to be a person in need. It could be a corporate handout. It could be anything. The idea is, you may not be, it may not be as simple as just getting the free thing. There may be unintended consequences you're not aware of, or there may be, some other unappealing aspects to it. So, and I thought it was funny. I mean, it's an internet meme for a reason. And, some other people might not have thought it was funny. I guess if they're hypersensitive to anything remotely like that, I suppose they wouldn't. But then they wanted to take it a step further and censor it and harm my business and demand I take it down and demand apologies, demand resigning. I mean, it's just kind of over the top.
Well, I think demanding that you, I mean, it's a little bit off color, right? I mean, it's a little bit of a dirty joke. I think it's fair. What's being implied in the meme is a little bit of a dirty joke, but for crying out loud, if a dirty joke means you have to resign and your business should be destroyed, I think that would be characterized as an overreaction. As far as, I mean, obviously that's a common joke, right? Like, you go to prison. I've heard that joke before. Don't drop the soap in the shower. The implication being, it's a reference to prison rape, which is a real problem. I would argue an iteration of the rape problem that often gets overlooked when we talk about it. But it's a real issue. So people saying that you're making light of that, respond to that a little bit.
Well, it has nothing to do with prison and it has nothing to do with rape. You know full well, as does everyone, that phrases such as, I'm going to get screwed over, or the government really screwed me there. There's bent over a barrel. There's a million different iterations of the general concept of what that meme said. Now, if I said to you, "Oh, Rob, on tax day's coming up, the government really screwed me over here," would you start shouting, "Oh my God, rape culture"?
No.
No. The meme expresses the simple phrase, the simple idioms that we use in everyday language, and I'm not going to allow some hypersensitive, politically correct people to try and take it down. It's ridiculous.
I just wanted to read you one quote. KXNet does have a quote from your majority leader, Representative Chet Pollard. He issued this statement. He said, I quote, "I find the post to be in very poor taste and have encouraged Representative Becker to delete it. I do not condone this type of message." Have you spoken to Representative Pollard? Did he encourage you to take this down?
Yeah, he called me before the quote came out.
Okay. Do you want to characterize like what you guys talked about? I mean, obviously, per his statement, he asked you to take it down. I'm assuming you said no.
That's not how it went. He thought it was probably not the greatest idea, and thought it might be a good idea to take it down. And he indicated that it's obviously my choice. He has no control over it, and he just wanted to let me know that he spoke with the reporter.
Okay. Well, anything else? I mean, I'm assuming you're not taking it down, and honestly, Rick, I don't think you should either. If the voters in your district are that upset about it, I guess they have a mechanism whereby they can recall you if they really want to. Although
Sure,
it's hard for me to imagine that it would get to this point. But I think you're right. I'm a little sensitive to the idea when, and I realize that you're sort of disputing that this is, but the whole drop the soap in the shower and the prison thing. I mean, I hear people make prison rape jokes, and we make them in a way sometimes that we wouldn't make jokes about rapes in other contexts. I think I cringe a little bit when I hear people make those jokes, but outside of that, I don't know. I look at this and it's just a typical government screwing me over. You're making light of that. I think everybody's got a little bit too much time on their hands.
Oh, exactly. I mean, there's a range of stuff I post, and yeah, this might be going more to the one edge of it. Sure. But do I think it's inappropriate? No. Do I think that maybe some people might reasonably say, well, I don't know if I'd post that? Sure. What? That's it's freedom of speech, and but I have not posted things that would be patently offensive, and for some, maybe they wouldn't post this. I chose to, but the idea that someone is going to manufacture this outrage, I can tell you that if I was of a different political persuasion, the people that are screeching about being offended so terribly would probably be laughing. But because of the politics of it, then they look for things. These folks follow me on Facebook, so they control, and they look for anything that they can holler about and be offended about. And I'm just not going to cave to that. I think it's unfortunate when people do.
Rick, thanks for your time.
You bet. Thanks, Rob.